Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well, and today we're going to talk about Beyond Meats, and wow, what a couple of days it has. It's been on a very good run. I'm currently up like 50-60%. It's a stock that I've been buying heavy over the last few months, and I'll be talking about the news, how good of news this really is for the company, and of course, did I sell any shares in Beyond Meats. So if you could smash the like button. Now before we do get into Beyond Meats, it was a crazy news day. Like, I generally could have made so many videos today about different things, but I thought, we've got to talk about Beyond Meats because this is an amazing jump with this company. But normally on like Friday or Saturday, I do a little bit of a news round of spend 2 minutes on some of the stories that came out this week, but literally today could have been one of those days where I cover the news stories. It's been mental. There's been so much news that's come out. Tomorrow is even crazy with the earnings we have coming out, but let's just talk about Gamestop for a second. I am nowhere involved in this company. I will not be joining in the hype of this company. I will not be joining the Wall Street Bets crew, but this jump in this stock is absolutely crazy. I just had to speak about it because it's just insane. I'm just on the sideline. I'm just going to watch it. I'm going to enjoy it. And there's going to be a few people that do eventually get burnt on this one. But just look at the share price gain. And it's even crazy that when you look at like the history of the company and look how high that share price has come up to now, is crazy. And then just to top it off, even Elon Musk was getting involved with this company, and crazy. Elon has to be careful because we know his history with tweets and the SEC, it was kind of funny to see that side of it. And on another side note, Microsoft, their earnings, wow, they smashed it, like 10 out of 10 earnings, home run earnings, and a nice little jump there on Microsoft shares. For any of you guys that hold Microsoft shares, I think that puts me up to like 150% gain on them ones now. So yeah, it was a very good day for my Microsoft position as well, but I just had to talk about them too because they were nice jumps. I know a lot of you guys yesterday said that the little face camera when I'm doing articles is a good thing to put in. I will do that. There won't be any today because I'm just going to show screenshots for maybe 20 seconds. So I don't think it needs it today, but it seemed like a good response, and I will keep it in for the ones where there's 5 minutes of screenshots. So thank you for letting me know about that. But yeah, we'll get stuck onto Beyond Meats, which of course this video is titled about. And I saw a lot of you guys on Instagram, YouTube comments, even my comment that I posted on yesterday's videos going a bit crazy over the gains that we had on Beyond Meats. And it's fantastic. So first of all, let's talk about the share price jump. So Beyond Meats had a pretty good day. It opened up 26%, closed just below 20%, I believe, after all of it. But the funny thing is yesterday there was something strange going on. And Beyond Meats had a little bit of a jump yesterday out of nowhere. And it was just like scanning the news, and there was just nothing out there to be like, why has this stock gone up so much today? And it was kind of like something's happening and we don't know about it. And I saw someone post a YouTube video and they were talking about a Yahoo Finance article, and it was like, I don't think that's moved the stock 13% or whatever it was yesterday. I was like, something's definitely going on in the background here, and it, sometimes you don't really realise, but it does go on. Sometimes big news does get leaked out before it's made public, and that was what was happening basically. The Pepsi deal was probably kind of finalised, or started to come a little bit knowledge around some sort of industries, and it seemed like people were buying in, ready for that news to be announced. And yeah, the Pepsi deal gets announced, and then we see the jump. That kind of 2-day period of where people shouldn't know about it but do, and a little bit of a pop, and then we kind of get it, and even a bigger pop from there. So it was a big jump, and it was funny to see that the people that do know it before it comes public, it does happen, and that's a big proof of that going on. Now the share price jump overall, does it deserve to go up as much as it has done? Probably not. It's not a big game changer out there. It has signed some fantastic deals, but it's probably not deserving to go up how much Beyond Meats actually did go up. But the big thing that Beyond Meats also helps the reason for this going up is the short squeeze. Now, it's nothing like Gamestop sort of standard, but the thing is, Beyond Meats is not a very, there's a few people that don't like Beyond Meats. There's a few people that have short positions in Beyond Meats, and Beyond Meats is a game changer in a big, massive growing industry. And Beyond Meats is a company that very much reminds me of Tesla in the early days. Tesla, some of you guys might not know, but honestly, this stock was so hated, 2 years ago. There were so many short sellers on Tesla and negative articles and people saying, oh, they can't do this, EVs won't take off and stuff like this. And, I bought Tesla originally. If we take the split consideration, I bought it at $50, and the amount of like short sellers you had to put with at that time, and you look where it goes, gone up to now, it's crazy. And it seems like them sort of stocks that are shorted and are held back by the shorts, eventually when people go, actually we probably shouldn't short this, it's a pretty good company, that's when they got absolutely crazy, and you seem to get the best gains from them. Another similar one that I held was like Pinterest, and I bought Pinterest at like $18, and it's now like near $70. And once again, that company was a very shorted stock. People said, Pinterest has no chance of getting to the standard of like Instagram, Facebook, and then it turned out to be one of the fastest growing platforms last year. And it just shows you these companies that sometimes people don't realize that they're actually really good. The short sellers are out there, and you just see this, the short squeeze, and Beyond Meat's had that really. There's a lot of shorts on there, and I think that's probably what also helped the stock go up. So even though the news wasn't like probably worth the 20% jump, maybe like 6, 7, 8%, that was a little bit of a short squeeze coming in here. So we'll take a look at the news. So the news was the Pepsi deal was announced, and they're going to be making some drinks and some snacks for the Pepsi deal, and just adds into the long line of news that Beyond Meat has of partnerships now. And really there wasn't that much detail. They just said that we've got a partnership, and there's not much more details apart from that. We'll probably learn a bit later on, but that was basically it. And that's what sent the stock up. Just them little details that Pepsi and Beyond Meats have a deal, and they're going to make drinks and snacks together, and that was it. I mean, realistically, the deals that Beyond Meats have got over the last kind of 6 months have been fantastic. There's such a range of companies now, and that's what I really like about it. Them corporate deals it's getting in. I'm a big fan of Tattooed Chef, but Tattooed Chef will never get to the level of what Beyond Meats can do on the corporate side of it, and it's really paying off. Now there's one thing to kind of consider with this, and this goes on to the risk part, is let's not forget a lot of these corporate deals are still going to be very hurt because of the CV situation. And because of the CV situation, that means that we still have the risk of that Beyond Meats is still probably going to pull out a pretty bad Q4, maybe a okay kind of Q1. But, realistically, these corporate deals aren't really going to show much benefit until probably Q2. So we've still got another 6 months really of a troubled time for Beyond Meats. But the thing is like you look at Beyond Meats and you look at the amazing corporate deals they are building up, that when things do get back to normality, think about the revenue side on this company. Like the revenue is going to be insane growth when all these corporate deals get back to like full blast and all the new ones it's announced. The revenue is going to shoot up on this company, absolutely huge. So there's kind of the risk that in the short term, it could be a little bit bumpy. We might have a few more dips, so don't worry too much if you wanted to buy a few more shares, I think. At the same time, the risks are also positives in the long term, and if you're like me and you're holding for, I'm holding a lot of these shares for a very long time, then it's definitely really good for that point of view that these corporate deals will help it massive in the long term. So kind of leads me on to the next question, which did I sell? I actually did sell some shares in Beyond Meats. Now, I just said that I am holding this for the long term, and all the shares that I am holding are, going to be probably held for 3, 4, 5 years. But at the same time, Beyond Meats was a big position in my portfolio, and the last 2 days have pretty much moved my position up absolutely huge. And the jump in the share price, which was like 50% overall in like the last kind of month, but in the last few days it was like nearly 30%, meant that Beyond Meats actually shot up to my biggest position after all of it. And I was looking at that and I was like, that's quite a big scary jump. And I also thought the risks that are here, and I thought maybe that if we have a bit of a rough Q4, the stock might come down to 150 or something like that, and I could buy the 10% stake back. If not, I'm happy just to pull that stock a bit further down rather than it being my biggest position as well. And I mean biggest position by it went up a little bit too much of my biggest position as well. So I had to kind of manage the portfolio a little bit, and also if there's an opportunity to go buy something else, I'll buy this a little bit cheaper. I've done that, and nothing wrong with a little bit of profit taking on there. I in my patrons group I was posting, I was heavily buying this stock in the dips. If you're on Patreon, you'll know that I was literally every week I was like, I'm buying 20% more position in Beyond Meats and stuff like that. Like, it was really heavy. So yeah, about an hour into when we started, the trading day started, I did take a little 10% stake, which I'm really happy with because it was a very nice gain on that one. So yeah, very good news from Beyond Meats. And if you do want to join my Patreon, so you know when I do like Beyond Meats, when I'm averaging in, when I then go sell positions, the link's in the description. You join through there and you can see everything like that. If you do want to start buying shares in Beyond Meats, there's a link to a free trade account in the description and a Trading 212 account, and you can buy some shares of Beyond Meats on there. But overall, pretty good. I'm sure some of you guys are Beyond Meat shareholders that are very happy right now. Comment down below. Let me know how much you are currently up on your positions as well. I'm pretty sure there'll be some decent gains out there. And thanks so much for watching. If you could, smash the like button. If you are new, subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video.